Alright guys, we're back here on the front end of this S10. Replaced the idler arm, then actually found out what was going on. Here, let's give you a view of that. Lars found that crap.
Check it out.
Here, you take it.
Yeah,
So you can see it. Good. You got it?
Ball joint.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So there you go. The front end rabbit hole.
All downhill. Once you start working on it, it's all downhill from there.
I'll fix this upper one. The lower one want to go out on the other side. But hey, there you go. That's just part of working on these old cars.
Hopefully
Anyway.
they got one at the parts place here in a minute.
Yeah. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this so far. If we can find a ball joint this evening, we might put that back in, because I already replaced them, so all the rivets are gone. Should be just bolt in and be done. All right, hang on. All right, we scored. Got the upper ball joint from Advanced Auto. That wasn't but like a mile and a half away. Let's see if we can't stick this in here and solve this problem. Uh-oh. Shit. There it goes. Alright guys, I thought it was kind of funny that ball joints be going out. I mean, I built this, replaced all this stuff like 20 years ago. It's done sit around and look at this crap. You see that? It's loose. So, this might be something you want to watch out for when you're replacing, grinding out rivets and stuff and replacing with bolts. I had it tight. All right, let's get her done. Come on. All right, guys. Again, this one right here is stripped out. The nut is. Evidently, I bought some cheap ball joints back in the day, but this was a budget truck. So anyway, we got her tightened down, man. At least I don't have to worry about killing myself for a day or two. All right, guys. I found where most of this oil was coming from on the bottom of that. There's a bolt missing right there at the bottom of this power steering pump, so it's leaking like crazy. So now what we do in that situation? Right? Go buy one? No. Look at this. We got an 84 pump right here. So just need to get one of those off and stick in that hole. Then I can deal with that when we get to working on this thing. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do that. We're still having a major issue with stumbling off of idle. I'm going to check the power valve, a few other things to see if that's the issue. If it is, like that last video, I've been 15 places. I can't find power valves. I can't find some other little things I need for that carburetor. So I'm going to take a trip over to Quick Fuel, see how that turns out. Bolt extraction engaged.
Boom.
All right, guys. You know how to get your lawn mowed for free? This is how you do it. You invite some people over to work on your truck, and next thing you know, this happens. But that's how you get your yard mowed for free. Just invite people over and say, we're going to do some work. They'll find the easiest way to get out of work. So that's what's happening right now. But this little blazer will still be sitting here when it gets done. We got our bolt started. So bolt insertion engaged. I can't hold the phone and do it at the same time, but that should solve 90% of our oil situation under this truck. So we got our bolt back in. Like I said, that should, I don't know how that fell out, but it did. But that's where all the oil on the bottom of this thing come from. Still got to check into where the antifreeze is coming from down there. There's really nothing on the back of the motor, unless we're leaking from a freeze plug or something. But I'll find that out. Next thing we got to do is this right here. All right, we still have our stumble off of idle. All right, I think I said this a while ago. We're going to take the float bowl off and check all that out, and maybe that'll be the problem. But, you know, the power valve or just leaking. But now let us get to that. All right, guys, I know we're all bleached out. It's that light. Got the Lars, the Shaster, and me. We're gonna tackle this carburetor issue. Right, there's a reason why it's stumbling. First, let's go down the carburetor checklist. 1, are the float levels right? 2, if they're not, why? 3, if they are right, then what's the problem? So, number 1 first. Electric fuel pump going. See, it's just barely dribbling out. I don't know if I can get you on the back here, but we'll try. See, it's just barely dribbling out. So now we've established float bowls are fine, but it's got to be flooding out at idle. But let's take the front bowl off. Here we go. All right, guys. Let's take this front bowl off. And see what's going on. It's going to be a time-lapse thing because I'm going to take you through the whole thing. So, hang on. All right, guys, here we are back to, we've had this problem 60 times on this little blazer. When I pulled this off, it was kind of damp. I mean, it wasn't soaking wet, but it was damp, right? I think we've had this problem before on some earlier videos. So my thought process was that power valve's out. But no, I've checked that power valve out and not a problem. Okay. We made sure the float levels was right. Everything was cool there. Now, what could it be? What could be causing this thing to stall out just at idle? Running down the road, great, but at idle, dude.
Coming off idle.
Yeah, like Mr. Lars said, if you do hear it coming off idle, it's a nightmare. So, leave a comment on that one. I'm thinking, let's put her back together and see what's happening down the throat of the carburetor, right? So, let's do that. Hang on. All right, guys, we got her back together. The question is, missed the hose. Ow. Question is, if everything's working correctly in the carburetor, right, then I'm gonna check out and make sure, stuff ain't just flowing through or whatever, but that leads us to the ignition side, right? Again, I ain't done nothing to this thing in quite a few years. That's a remanufactured distributor. I did have to change, of course, the module in it went out like a day after I bought it, but maybe that's it. Maybe, I hate it when I get bleached out, but maybe that's the problem. We're gonna fire it up, warm it up, check out the timing a little bit, tinker with it, but wouldn't surprise me if it's not the ignition module. Alright guys, we have checked the timing. I got a vacuum gauge hooked up. About 13 hands, like I always do. Hold it steady. That's the reason I don't have a nipple on that. Every time I put a nipple on it, then it dries out. So hence this thing. That's my pet for manifold vacuum. We haven't found anything on the carburetor. We got bacteria in here. I don't know if you can hear it, but she's sounding pretty good. So I'm going to attempt to adjust this carburetor one more time. And if it's doing this crap tomorrow, man, I'm saying replace it with the ignition module. There's got to be something in there. All right, hang on. sounds good right there. I'll drop it a little bit different story. Done. I still ain't convinced it's gonna run right. But remember we was talking about air filters. I found one close to it. It's a little bit thicker. But the diameter fits. But it's gonna be pretty darn close. Let's see if it'll just fit in there, right? Yep, I was kind of afraid that was gonna happen. That's the reason I bought that for $10. Just a little 4-inch rod, quarter 20. Could have went to Ace Hardware and got 2 foot of it for the same amount of money. All right, let's get this on there and get that tightened down. Okay, obviously that ain't gonna work. Let me get some tape and put her in this thing, get it down here, and see what I can do about getting it real close, and I think we're done with the video. All right, we got her cut off. We do have a lot more filter surface. Hopefully that'll help out. But looking down here, she's close about shutting that hood. All right, guys, that's about it. Another day of, let me turn around here, maintenance on the S10. I still don't think we have the issue solved with that off idle stumble. In the back of my mind, it's something ignition wise. Won't know till I drive it tomorrow. Finally found another breather or air filter element. We ain't seen the hood shut yet, but anyway, that being said, thank y'all for stopping by. Hope things are good in your world. Hope things are great in your life and your family's home and safe. And I don't know what these two, they just been
Doing everything.
That's what they've been doing. We'll see you on the next one. Well, hey, guy. Oh, this ain't over yet. Wait for the next one. We go down a rabbit hole like you ain't never seen. But we finally get her running now.